Backtalk can feel personal. A rude tone, eye rolls, arguing, or outright refusal can push any parent to the edge. In the moment, the instinct is often to shut it down fast. Raise the voice, lecture, threaten consequences, push harder. But that usually makes the conflict bigger, not better. Backtalk and defiance are often signs that a child is overwhelmed, frustrated, stressed, or lacking the skills to handle strong emotions well. That does not make disrespect okay. It does mean the most effective response is usually calm, clear, and consistent. The first step is to regulate the moment before trying to correct it. When emotions are high, children and teens often are not ready for a long explanation. A short response works better. Try phrases like, "That was disrespectful. Try again." The answer is still no. When the voice is calm, this can be discussed. These responses set a limit without turning the moment into a power struggle. One of the biggest mistakes adults make is using too many words. A child who is upset is not likely to absorb a long lecture. Long explanations often invite more arguing. A calm, direct statement is easier to hear and harder to fight. It also helps to separate feelings from behavior. A child can feel angry, disappointed, or embarrassed. Those feelings are real, but yelling, insulting, and refusing every direction are still not acceptable. A calm response might sound like this: "It is okay to be mad. It is not okay to speak that way." That kind of message teaches emotional control and respect at the same time. Escalation usually follows a predictable pattern. The child pushes, the adult reacts. The child pushes harder. Soon both sides are louder, more rigid, and less able to think clearly. To break that pattern, avoid arguing over every detail. Avoid sarcasm. Avoid threats that cannot be enforced. Instead, give one direction, one limit, and one next step. For example, if a child loses phone privileges because of repeated disrespect, the consequence should be clear and calm. Not dramatic, not humiliating, just consistent. The best teaching often happens later, not in the middle of the conflict. Once everyone is calm, talk about what happened. Ask questions like, "What made that moment so hard? What were you feeling? What can be done differently next time?" This is where children learn the skills behind better behavior, not just obedience, but self-control, communication, and recovery. For many families in Chicago, fast schedules, school pressure, packed evenings, and little downtime can make conflict happen more often. When a child is already struggling with frustration or transitions, everyday stress can make backtalk worse. That is why routines matter. A calmer after-school schedule, fewer rushed transitions, clear expectations, and steady follow-through can lower conflict before it starts. Some backtalk is part of growing up. But when defiance becomes constant, intense, or disruptive at home and school, it may be time to look deeper. Professional support may help when there are daily explosive arguments, aggression, school refusal, major mood changes, or family life starts to revolve around conflict. In many cases, the real issue may involve anxiety, ADHD, stress, or other emotional struggles underneath the behavior. Counseling can help children, teens, and caregivers step out of reactive cycles and build more effective ways to communicate. If backtalk and defiance are creating daily stress at home, support is available. River North Counseling Group, LLC 405, North Wabash Avenue, Suite 3209, Chicago, Illinois 606111. Office 312-467-0000 https www.rivernorthcounseling.com. Clear boundaries, less escalation, more support for the whole family.